Namaste, yoga teachers. Is it time for you to get another certification? The way that I approach this question is from a standpoint that potentially you may and potentially you may not. It really does depend on what your goals are and how you lay out your strategy. If you are equipped right now with the skills, like if you are already a certified yoga teacher and you have in your mind that you want to create a program, you want to really serve the people who you feel passionate about serving in your super micro niche. If you have not watched the super micro niche video, I will tag that up in one of the corners. If you have the vision of who they are, if you see that and you can go and start teaching and create something that's really going to feed you and give them the benefits of the practice, then why go and wait and get another certification? When you put things on hold that you could do right now, what you tell your subconscious is that I'm not good enough. And if you've been told that you weren't good enough in your childhood, if you've been told that you've been different and that you need to prove yourself and, not quite yet, little grasshopper, your turn will be next, then it may be really easy for you to think that that's how it has to be. Oh, I need to have my 500-hour certification before I can do this. Or I need to have that extra doctorate before I can do this. Or I need to have some arbitrary goal, maybe have taught more classes before I can charge more. I need to have fill in the blank to be good enough. Is that how you really feel? Or is that something that has been conditioned into you? And if you're not sure, that's okay. If you don't know at this point where you are, if it's okay to take a next step, that's where having a tribe around you, having coach, having mentors, there's a lot of different ways that you can get out of that stuck and blocked feeling and really go to where you want to go. If you're being woken up at night, if you're feeling like you are not serving your higher purpose, if you're feeling like there is a need out there that needs to be filled and you're the one to do it, then why wait when you don't need to? And so that would be saying, that's on the side of, I don't need another certification. If you have all the things you need to start now, do it now. And why I say do it now is because there's some people out there literally about to cut their wrists. There's some people out there literally getting the prescription to take 8 pills a day. There's somebody out there literally getting choked up against the wall because they're in an abusive relationship. There's somebody out there that are wishing and waiting for you to show up. And you're like, I know I've worked through this with yoga, but I'm not ready yet. I need to go do more. I need to get trauma informed. I need to get, this, and I need to get that. And not to say that any of those things are not great. Those things are great. However, if you already have had the experience and you already had the breakthroughs and already have the certification, the foundation, go and do the thing. Stop waiting. Stop waiting to be good enough. Because you are already. Yoga queen, yoga leader, you are already good enough. And so choose a date of when you're going to start the thing and start the thing. Choose a date within the next 3 months. Ideally within the next month. But if you're a planner person, 3 months and stick to that date. Like whenever you get to the point where you're like, I'm gonna push it back. We're doing it like it's a rough draft. Okay, and I'll talk more about that in another video. On the other side, when is it time to get a certification and you're like, I need to get to that next level, is when you're having a vision and a plan and you have this idea and you're gonna need more things. And it's not always required because you could partner with someone. So if you wanna work with mental health and you're not a mental health professional, you could be a yoga teacher, partner with a mental health professional. I co-host astrology events, full moon gatherings, and different things like that. I didn't say, oh, wait, I don't know astrology inside and out. I need to go study and get this, certification before I can do that. Instead, I partnered with an astrologer and said, hey, you bring your expertise, I'll bring mine, and we collaborate on events together. And so you have the opportunity to do that where you wouldn't necessarily need the certification. However, if you do want to teach breath work to overcome diabetes, a breath work after surgery, maybe having, and this could be something that you find, this could be something that you solicit. Like if there's not already a training out there about how to do breath work after surgery, then maybe you take a breath work training where you go deep into breath work. And then you also study up, do research, connect with a surgeon, maybe connect with a nurse that's familiar with that type of work, and create something together. Or just ask them, pick their brains and learn about that process and that journey and how you can bring yoga and integrate that in the healing process and the recovery process. So another thing is, like, if you know that you want to teach yoga and you don't have a yoga teacher certification, get a yoga teacher certification. So yoga teacher certifications and continuing education hours, all of those can be great ways to keep yourself inspired. So if you love to learn and you like to have a teacher and have mentors and have coaches and get feedback, then you're like me. I love that shit. Like, I love getting me an A on my paper and a smiley face. Like when they had the 100s and so it was 2 eyes and then a smiley face under the eyes. Like that was my jam. Stickers on my paper all day, baby. Yes. So that's what really prompted me to be a nerd anyway, because like you don't get no smiley face when you don't pass your thing. You get a sad face. So I was all about the smiley faces. And if you're that type of person that helps to keep the quality of your classes up, if that keeps your energy up, that keeps you in positivity, then find a certification. It could be a certification. It could be another course. It could be something that's really in depth. Maybe you go and study something that's just really interesting to you. It doesn't necessarily need to be yoga. It could be, an art course. And then once you learn and you see the blending of the colors, you could take that and say, okay, we're going to create art with our bodies. So you see, you could really take whatever really draws to you, whatever fills your cup, and infuse that into yoga. And so you don't have to say, oh, I'm not good enough because I'm not like a world famous artist, so I can't paint. No, you paint, you create. Just like in the yoga world, you don't have to be a world-renowned yogi. You don't have to be a yoga scholar. You don't have to be a yoga teacher trainer. You don't have to be an advanced yoga teacher in order to do those things. You don't have to wait until you taught 3,000 hours of yoga. You can do it now. You could, even without a certification, share some of the things that you just really love. If you love this particular breath technique, who says you have to go out, wait to share it with your family to go get a certification? And be like, hey, husband, oh, I tried this in class today. Let's try it out and see if you like it. This technique really felt good. You don't need a certification to share that. So in our culture, we have been taught that we need that distinction. We need that. And it's okay to really lean into the prestige and the prestigious side of having the certifications and the letters and the distinctions. Because as you know, I do like the distinctions and the adornments. However, the idea here is to avoid using that as a way to give an excuse to why you can't do it, or give an excuse to why you need to wait. Because if you wait until you're this, and then when you get there, what if you pick another thing to wait about? Or you could just do it now. Because when you teach yoga, it's about sharing the message and the breakthroughs that you've had in your body, in your emotional, in your mental, in your non-physical. And so I encourage you to recognize that your message is needed. What you bring to the world is valid. So with that being said, teach that yoga. All right. I want to see these programs. I want to see what you're up to. If you are the type that likes encouragement, I'm happy to share that with you. Put in the comments what you are going to host, what you are going to be up to. And I would love to give you feedback in the comments of the YouTube video. I want to see it. I am excited about it. If you don't know what you're doing yet, and also if you're watching this on IG, but yeah, if you don't know what you're doing yet, if you do not know what event you want to host, or you know that you want to host something and you're like, I don't know, how can I do this and make it good? How can I make this something that I'm going to be proud of, that's going to be good enough, that's going to be prestigious? You can start with the 5-day virtual event challenge, the yoga challenge that teaches you the steps to create your virtual yoga event. It also sets you up to plan out if you're even going to have it in person too. So, like, what are you waiting for? Go get that, because you know, and I know that yoga is needed right now, and it's needed in the future. And this saying that when the student is ready, the teacher appears can only be made possible if the teacher hath prepareth themselves. All right, so get prepared, get your events ready, because I want to see 2022 and beyond with yoga events out the like so many events in yoga, like scrolling through all the events and just like, yes. Okay, I need to see that. So make that happen, put it in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.